Deep Rock Galactic, engineer. Just for you, Richard. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. We go Deep Rock Galactic Engineer. Another cool model. Look at this sculpt. These sculpts are really cool. I do love them, and I've actually played this character as well. This is to go to shout out to Richard at Crusaders Brewery. This is for you, brother. This is for you. We're gonna paint this guy up, and he's gonna look terrific. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a little bit of black red for the base on the shirt. He's got the red shirt, and the rest of his stuff is like brown and black and stuff like that. But we're gonna do a base of black brown. There we go, quick, simple base with some black brown, and I actually added a little bit of burnt red just to give it a little bit more brightness, because this black red is just a little faded for my taste, but great color anyway, great color. But these combined, boom, we come up with this. That's a nice deep dark red, and that's exactly what we're looking for. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to a mixture of black red and burnt red and pyro red. All right, let's do it. All right, I'm just going to hold off for a second. I'm going to back off the red just a little bit, and we're going to push forward with some dark umber, because I want to get the base for all of these pouches and his gloves and his boots and things like that. And actually, the knee pads too are going to be brown. This is going to be interesting, and we'll probably highlight them with a little bit of metallic. But I just wanted to get the brown going, because I don't want to clip the red, and I want to kind of see where we are with the brown and red. All right, let's do it. All right, right here I'm going to do the beard and or the mustache and the goggles brown as well, and then we'll do some highlights of, I believe we're going to do a little bit of blonde yellow. It'll look cool. All right, just want to point that out. All right, there we go. Bases are down for the brown and the red, and man, he's looking really good. I like that brown with the red. I've seen some photos of the brown with the red, and I just wasn't quite sure. But this is looking really good. I'm really like this. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're actually probably going to move on to a little bit of rubber and rubber highlight for his box, and maybe a couple little touches on the straps and things like that. But that's about it. But mainly the box. All right, let's do it. All right, there we go. Bases are down except for the gun. We haven't touched the gun, and we'll get to that in a minute. We're going to use some brass and black and metallics and stuff. But the light grenades and stuff like that I did with rubber, but we're going to come back with the metallic, and we're going to go over that. So that's just basically the base. I thought that would be nice, and I wanted to try that as a base and see what it turned out to look like. But anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to highlighting, I believe, the red. And we're going to start with a mixture of burnt red, black red, and pyro red, and then we'll do pyro red. All right, let's do it. All right, now we're going to go in with just pure pyro red, and we're just going to kind of hit some little areas to make it pop. I did take a little bit of the orange red and just kind of put a little smidge on the top of the hat, the rim, the belly, you know, and some of the higher areas real quick. I didn't get it on camera, but I did, and it makes it pop just a little bit more. And to be honest, it's really difficult to see unless you're in person. But this guy, man, I'm loving it. He's turning out terrific. All right, so let's move on to the highlights for the brown, and we'll be using light umber and umber. All right, let's do it. All right, now we're moving in with the higher highlights here, just to clip the tops. I think the highlights for the brown are perfect. That's just where I want them. And you know what? I'm not sure. I may put a little metallic on to make it look like it's worn, but I like that brown look. It looks really nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start highlighting that gray, and then we're going to start working on the gun. All right, let's do it. Oh, I opted here to stay away from the metallic, and I just did the gray where I was going to do the metallic grenades. But although I may do these bottom down here, these light grenades, I'll probably do those with the metallic, and I'll do kind of like we did last week with a little bit of fluorescent. Maybe we'll do a red or a purple fluorescent light just to make it pop. But man, he's looking really terrific, isn't he? All right, so all we really have left is the gun, the mustache, the skin on the face, which is going to be super quick, and then we need to do the goggles and the little light on the shoulder. We're getting real close. All right, let's do it. Well, there you have it, guys. Deep Rock Galactic Engineer. What a cool little model. I love the red on this. It's fantastic. Richard, I hope you enjoyed this. That was for you. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And I'll catch you next week.